History is being made all the time. If you look at this planet's history, humans have not been here very long. But if you look at human history, we have a lot of blood on our hands. And it's really interesting, there have been, I guess all humans have learned lessons consistently about who is their people and who is safe and who to fear or who is not safe. Me versus them. Oh, this is my family, this is my village, this is my state, this is my community, this is my country. And the opposite side. So right, whether it's your friends, your family, people you care about, or people you don't care about. And how do you decide who to care about? Or what makes you care about someone? Well, if I think about it, if someone has shown care towards me, if I can feel safe with them, if I can feel heard and seen by them, if I connect with someone, right? Because we all need connections. Just people that were in your vicinity, whether they were neighbors or your school, or people that have gone through hard things and difficult things with you, people who have made you feel crush or romantic feelings. And then think of all the people who haven't made you feel that way, or there's going to be some of those that overlap. Parents that you love or friends that you love but have also made you hurt and feel uncomfortable, and people that you'll never meet or ever talk to, or people that you talked to once and they left a bad taste in your mouth. If I think about that just job-wise, people that I've run into at work that are just, they're probably having a bad day, but they're also just kind of a crap person to the core. That would be a us versus them, me versus I really don't ever want to talk to you again. And we're all just trying to make sense of it. Our brain is literally a computer that's taking in all of the stimulus and trying to make sense of the world and reality and how we can survive and be alive. And everyone's doing their best with what they have in that capacity. And everyone has various levels of nervous system trauma and stress that they're carrying around and tools to cope. Everyone's awakening or seeing things differently at different times and timing. And it does feel chaotic, and it feels really uncomfortable, and it might feel really unsafe. So what do you do with all that? I mean, consistently over time, me taking care of myself has been really important. It's led me to how I want to live my life in the future consistently. I know a lot of people now, right, are going through like friends or family members, or how do I raise they view things differently, or how do they raise their kids? They're afraid of like what the future holds and stuff. And on that macro scale, a lot of things are changing, and there's a lot of awakening, and the old regimes and systems have to come crumbling down for the new ones to be built up. And I get that that's uncomfortable and scary and taxing and exhausting. So on a micro scale, right, in your realm and your circle and your little globe of your life, and who you interact with on a daily basis, and what clothes you put on, and if you feel safe in your home, or if you have food, or the job you go to, the money that you make, all of that is also very real. So you can see how over time, whether it's now or in the past, when there was like too much stimulus and so much going on that you felt really, really uncomfortable, and like I have to put that on the back burner just to make it through my life, you can see how if you continuously do that, you're kind of just on a hamster wheel and never getting in front of the life you really want, but kind of just like mitigating what you don't want to come exploding out of your closet, right? All the skeletons in your closet. So, like all my messages do, this message is to share, discern, and set boundaries for what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. What will you tolerate in your life and what will you not tolerate in your life? Whether that is how people choose to treat you, whether that is how a job or a company decides to treat you, whether that is whatever you put into or on your body, how you decide to connect with people intimately and not intimately, right? Friendship wise, how are you going to show up in dynamics that feel toxic or unhealthy? Are you going to be the one that changes it? Are you going to be the one that steps up and disrupts that pattern and that behavior? Are you just going to block it out of your life? Are you going to continue to let that pattern persist? Your job is to get very, 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 very clear on what's okay and what's not, and enact that in all areas of your life. And it's all a choice. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you do want to and you decide to go on that path, it's very, very empowering. There are trials and tribulations, but there are challenges and problems in literally every single person's life. I can just tell you that if you want to become your own knight in shining armor, or the hero of your own story, or the hero of your own life, you know, there's the hero's journey, cycle or map. I don't know all the points, but the hero decides to go on the journey. Usually they meet a sidekick, and then there's problems and trials and tribulations, right? What do they have to do, or who do they have to become in order to overcome that problem? And then on the other side of that trial and tribulation, they've changed and they've usually grown, right? Think of Hercules if you're a millennial like me. What else? Iron Man, Captain America, Luke Skywalker, Star Wars. There was in school, I read a book and we studied that, like probably 10th grade. I don't know if it was like the Odyssey or something like that, like an old, no, I'm not remembering, but point is Greek mythology, right? You know, be the hero of your own book, be the hero of your own journey, be the hero of your own life, because that's what you can control. And when things feel very out of control, you know, you feel helpless, you feel scared, you feel desperate. People take really drastic choices at those times. So yeah, be very mindful of that. I know a lot's going on. If you want one-on-one support, I offer readings and I also offer healing. But yeah, just take care of yourself. That's what I consistently do. And some days feel really, really good, and some days feel like a lot. But I see you. If you want to be seen and heard, I'm always here to listen. That can be incredibly healing. I've been gifted that a lot in my life. Someone that wants to hear and see me. Well, I've had times where I haven't felt that way, but now in my life I feel more heard and seen, and it is incredibly healing and powerful. So I know the power of it. But I hope you continue to thrive in your life. I hope you overcome your challenges and your barriers. And I'm sending you a lot of love and light and blessings.